After all she's done for this league, you disrespect Caitlin Clark in that manner? You use Paige Bueckers to diss Caitlin Clark publicly? That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. This whole thing, this whole league is lit right now because of CC22. That's it. Let's be clear here. That doesn't mean there's not good players. We talking about the reason why it got lit. It's because of 22. It's because of 22.
Imagine this. Just a year ago, Caitlin Clark found out she was named Rookie of the Year through a simple phone call with her Fever teammates. No spotlight, no stage, no cameras rolling, just a voice on the other end of the line. Now jump ahead 12 months. Paige Bueckers strolls through a spirit tunnel, TV cameras flashing as the commissioner personally hands her a polished trophy in front of the world. Same honor, same award, yet the league turned those moments into two completely different stories. So why the contrast? What's really driving these decisions? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. Did the WNBA shortchange Caitlin Clark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it.
The story is the difference in how the WNBA has decided to deliver this news and present this versus the fact that I don't remember them doing much of anything for Caitlin Clark, who had a better rookie year.
The contrast between these two Rookie of the Year announcements is striking, like watching two completely different leagues. Caitlin Clark, the rookie who revolutionized the WNBA and brought unprecedented attention to the game, found out she'd won while huddled with her Fever teammates during practice. Her coach at the time, Christy Sides, put the commissioner on speakerphone. That was it. No stage, no cameras, no celebration, just a quiet, forgettable phone call that didn't do justice to the moment.
Just have somebody that wants to have say a couple things really quick.
So hi, Coach Sides. This is WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Hey, yes, ma'am.
What a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of
Now look at Paige Bueckers this year, walking through a tunnel with music pumping, TV cameras flashing, and WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert personally handing her the trophy live on daytime television. This isn't just about a fancier presentation, it sends a clear message about who the league wants in the spotlight and driving the narrative.
Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Hey, shooting bucket, she's the one. Hey, Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting bucket, she's the one. Ooh, Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Hey, shooting bucket, she's the one. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting bucket, she's the one.
And on the last person you thought you'd see on this cool spirit tunnel, but I'm here to present you with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year Award. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Consider the position Caitlin Clark was in. The very season she was meant to be celebrated as the league's top rookie, she had already carried the WNBA on her shoulders. Fever home games were selling out, averaging over 17,000 fans, and TV viewership jumped by more than 20%. These weren't just impressive stats, they were revenue, visibility, and mainstream attention the league had never seen before. Yet somehow, the announcement of her Rookie of the Year award didn't reflect any of that significance. A simple, low-key phone call hardly matched the cultural and financial impact she had generated.
Make no mistake about it, millions of views, viewership, ratings through the roof. Everybody's on PJs now because of her. The sellout show, sellout games, every arena, home and away. And you disrespect her like this? This is crazy.
What made it even more glaring was the fan reaction. When the footage of Caitlin Clark finding out went public, viewers were stunned by how underwhelming it felt. Social media lit up with comments pointing out that the player responsible for record-breaking ratings didn't even get a proper camera crew for her big moment. Now, fast forward to Paige Bueckers. Fans are greeted with balloons, live performers, flashing lights, and the commissioner sharing laughs and smiles on stage. The league clearly treated it like a full-blown event. Instead of questioning the spectacle, Paige's fans embraced it wholeheartedly. And by comparison, Caitlin's announcement suddenly felt like it had been an afterthought.
We're here on set with the Jennifer Hudson Show to surprise Paige Bueckers of the Dallas Wings with the 2025 Kia Rookie of the Year Awards. We're all going to be all smiles and cheering, and I can't wait to see her dance.
And you saw the way that went down. Now,
Even Kathy Engelbert's presence tells a story. For Caitlin Clark, the commissioner didn't even make an appearance. For Paige Bueckers, she was front and center, beaming from ear to ear as she handed over the trophy like it was the MVP award at the finals. The contrast wasn't subtle, it was impossible to ignore. Fans notice these things. When one rookie's achievement is treated like a Hollywood premiere and another's feels like a quiet after-school announcement, the league is sending a very clear message about which story it wants in the spotlight. This goes beyond two ceremonies. It's about what the WNBA chooses to elevate and what it's willing to downplay, and fans pick up on that instinctively, far faster than any official press release could convey. Which brings us to the burning question: why did the league stage two completely opposite Rookie of the Year celebrations for back-to-back superstars?
I just want to know, Caitlin Clark comes into your league and saves a drowning league. I know damn good and well I can't remember any behind the scenes talk show appearance. I don't seem to remember that from last year. Didn't you get like a phone? Caitlin Clark got like a phone call or something? Oh, my bad. Paige Bueckers, she be checking some of them boxes, you know. She checking them right off.
So the question fans are asking is, was Paige Bueckers' flashy Rookie of the Year celebration really about her performance? Or was it about league politics? When you line up the facts, it starts to feel less like honoring on-court achievements and more like promoting a specific narrative. People keep talking about the Husky pipeline. For years, former University of Connecticut stars have held major influence in media coverage, league offices, and endorsement deals. Paige comes out of that system and suddenly gets TV cameras, a carefully orchestrated presentation, and even custom Nike shirts to commemorate the award. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the player who actually drove record sellouts and skyrocketing TV ratings, didn't get a shirt, didn't get a camera crew, and didn't even receive a handshake from the commissioner. That contrast is impossible for fans to ignore, and it makes them question what the league is really rewarding.
Why isn't Paige, probably what people think is, why isn't she as popular as Caitlin? But do you think Paige should be more popular? What do you think? And Paige deserves more, and Angel Reese deserves more, and Asia, and Fee, and. Yeah. I think specific to Paige, you might argue her popularity and the people that are fans of her has been underrated, which shocks me.
Even Sue Bird, who has been a vocal supporter of Caitlin Clark all season, unintentionally added fuel to the fire. She suggested that Paige Bueckers deserved the kind of spotlight Clark had, but the irony was clear. Clark never received the full staged commissioner-presented moment that Paige enjoyed. When Bird's comments surfaced, many of Clark's fans interpreted them as an attempt to downplay her achievements and redirect the spotlight toward the next UConn star. And when you pair those remarks with Kathy Engelbert personally flying out to hand Paige the award live on national television, it starts to feel like the whole rollout was carefully orchestrated.
Kathy Engelbert, so you did all of this for the Rookie of the Year this year, but you don't bother to show your face last year to give the Rookie of the Year to Caitlin. You don't even bother to call her, but you called her coach. What kind of hateful organization are you managing? The disrespect is ridiculous. Yeah, Kathy Engelbert is the worst sports commissioner. I think we can point that out. Never did this for Clark, who saved the W anyways.
Critics like Christine Brennan and Eaton Thomas have highlighted this trend before. They point out that the league often favors UConn players in its narratives, making the coverage feel less about actual achievement and more about maintaining influence and prestige. Nike's hands-on involvement in Paige Bueckers' award rollout, while offering nothing comparable for the rookie who literally transformed the league's financial landscape, serves as another clear example of how entrenched these connections are.
No one has come to Paige and let her know, you're good, Paige, but other players have been playing basketball for a lot longer than you. No one has come up to her in interviews and said, Paige, you're a great basketball player, but don't you know that there are other women who have been in the WNBA a lot longer than you? I mean, you didn't invent basketball, Paige. There have been other players who came before you. None of that none of that shop talk was thrown at Paige at all. No one has accused Paige Bueckers of being racist. No one has asked Paige Bueckers' girlfriend, who's biracial, who's got a white mama, to please come up and stand up and say something. The way the media, the way the WNBA has treated Paige versus how they treated Caitlin Clark, it's like night and day. And really, truly, it's astounding to me if no one sees that difference.
For Caitlin Clark's fans, the takeaway is unmistakable. The league doesn't always celebrate the self-made star who drives attention and growth from the ground up. Instead, it sometimes shines the spotlight on the player who already fits neatly into an established media and business network. That's why the buzz surrounding Paige Bueckers can feel less earned and more carefully orchestrated, making it even harder for fans to reconcile with Clark's actual on-court accomplishments.
Paige Bueckers winning Rookie of the Year, but no, it was not unanimous, and yes, more people voted for the runner-up than last year.
Paige Bueckers just made history as Rookie of the Year, but not exactly in a way anyone would brag about. She became the first player in WNBA or NBA history to win the award while suiting up for a team with fewer than 10 wins. The Dallas Wings stumbled through the season, finishing 10-24, tied for the worst record in the league, and now we're expected to treat her Rookie of the Year title like it's untouchable. The truth? It feels like one of the most unusual and arguably weakest ROTY campaigns the league has ever seen.
Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, made the WNBA playoffs last year, correct? Am I going crazy? Now look, that would have had to have been a result of Caitlin Clark joining the team, because I'm almost certain Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell were on the team prior to that. So they made the playoffs last year. Paige Bueckers won exactly how many games this year? Did she win 10 games? I think she won 10 games this year.
Now look at the contrast. Just a year earlier, Caitlin Clark lifted Indiana out of the basement, leading the Fever to 20 wins and their first playoff appearance in nearly a decade. She didn't just score points, she transformed the entire team. Her presence elevated her teammates. Aaliyah Boston emerged as a defensive anchor in her second year. Lexi Hull became a reliable three-point threat, and Kelsey Mitchell thrived playing alongside a guard who constantly drew double teams. That's the kind of star who can completely reshape a franchise. Paige Bueckers' numbers weren't insignificant. 19 points, 5 assists, nearly 4 rebounds with strong efficiency. But what do those stats really mean when there's no playoff push, no boost in the team's visibility, and no noticeable growth across the roster? The Wings finished the season exactly where they started, irrelevant in the standings and struggling to capture consistent national attention.
Is Paige a good basketball player? Absolutely. But we saw the drastic dip in her numbers when she was actually guarded by the opposing teams of the WNBA. We saw the type of basketball she was not able to deliver when she was actually being guarded. Again, I don't have any animosity towards Paige Bueckers. My issue is with the WNBA in its entirety. My issue is with their plan to erase Caitlin Clark, to act like Caitlin Clark doesn't mean anything to the WNBA. And all of a sudden, Paige Bueckers, because of who Paige Bueckers is in a relationship with, she is now allowed and encouraged and supported to be the savior of the WNBA.
Meanwhile, Sonia Citron, the runner-up in this year's Rookie of the Year race, played every single game for the Washington Mystics, averaged nearly 15 points per night, and led the league in three-point shooting at an impressive 44.5%. She brought consistency, spacing, and defensive effort, giving her team real floor presence. Yet when the votes were tallied, Citron received just 2 out of 72. That kind of margin wipes out all the hard work she put in and makes it seem like the competition never even existed. When the league hands 70 of 72 votes to Paige Bueckers, despite her 10-win season, it doesn't feel like an organic recognition. It feels manufactured. Ignore Indiana's dramatic turnaround, overlook Citron's grind, and make sure the UConn star gets the spotlight. That's exactly why Clark's fans now see Indiana's rise as the real storyline to watch heading into 2025.
Kathy Engelbert, you are out of pocket. How dare you? How dare you disrespect Caitlin like that? Caitlin Clark, the face of the league, the needle, not the needle mover, the actual needle.
While the WNBA gets caught up in politics, orchestrated award shows, and staged celebrations, Caitlin Clark is quietly building something real in Indiana. What's happening with the Fever isn't scripted. It's tangible progress, visible in wins, player development, and a foundation fans can watch grow in real time. Aaliyah Boston has become a defensive force, controlling the paint and making life difficult for opposing bigs every night. Lexi Hull has carved out a reliable role as a shooter and defender, defender, stretching the floor and punishing defenses that double-team Clark. Kelsey Mitchell, once Indiana's lone star, finally has a backcourt partner who alleviates defensive pressure and allows her game to flourish. Meanwhile, veterans like Natasha Howard and Sophie Cunningham provide balance and leadership, keeping the young roster grounded. Emerging players such as Chloe Bobby are stepping up, proving they can contribute as dependable role players. This is the foundation of a team growing organically, one win, one player, and one development at a time.
You got on a plane to go present her this award. How come you couldn't get on the plane to go present Caitlin Clark her award? Let's talk about it. Kathy Engelberg, you have tried to take credit for the growth of the league when we all know the reason this league took off the way it has taken off like a rocket ship is because of Caitlin Clark, but it looks like y'all have fumbled that.
Now compare that to Dallas. Paige Bueckers posted solid stats, but she couldn't pull her team out of irrelevance. 10 wins over a full season told the story. Individual scoring doesn't matter when the roster isn't clicking and fan interest remains flat. Caitlin Clark's influence goes beyond the court. It's a business engine. Fever games regularly drew over 16,000 fans, creating nationally televised events that people actually wanted to watch. Merchandise flew off the shelves. Other teams may want that kind of energy, but it can't be faked. It comes from real results on a team built to win. Fans notice that. The way Rookie of the Year ceremonies are staged makes it clear who the league wants to highlight, even when the on-court results don't line up with the spotlight. That's why the contrast between Clark's quiet phone call and Bueckers' televised spectacle hits so hard. What fans want is authenticity. If Clark built the momentum, acknowledge it. If Boston, Hull, Mitchell, Howard, and Cunningham are elevating Indiana, celebrate them, because in 2025, it won't be about staged ceremonies, it will be about the Fever proving once again that Caitlin Clark is the league's true driving force. Do you think the WNBA disrespected Caitlin Clark? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.